Yeah, we'll just read it to you. Play boosters may contain these cards: ECL 1 through 351, SPG 129 through 148. Each play booster includes 1 to 4 cards of rarity rare or higher, 2% at 20 or 2 at 27%, 3 at 2%, 4 at less than 1%, 3 to 5 uncommons, 6 to 9 commons, 1 land card. 1 card of any rarity is traditional foil, borderless mythic rare in less than 1% of boosters. Traditional foil land replaces a land in 20% of boosters. And we get this from our local LGS. Every light casts a shadow. Oh, nice. So we got some tokens, token counters essentially. That's cool. Alright. Oh, that's a nice box. That's a nice box. Aww, dip. And it comes with a die, which is awesome. We'll look at those in a moment. What else is this little... Is this just a box? Yes, it's just a box. Okay. What the hell? Okay. So that's just a box. That's a really nice box. I like that box. The artwork is beautiful. Put that in there. Merfolk, goblins, kithkin, elementals, elves. Building a pre-release deck. Not bad. Nice little instruction bit. So let's go ahead and check out what we got. Another like token thing. Winnowing. Foil. So before we go into opening the packs, let's see what this one is actually worth real quick. Not shit. Oh wait, that's the normal. I need quick edit to foil. $1.64. Not bad. Alright, let's start cracking packs. Oh, I'm super excited. Okay, and again, in Lorwyn, we are seeing the exact same thing that we've seen in previous. So I think I was correct. What they're doing is essentially using older machines to package these and using the newer machines to package the premium collector's packs. which is why we're seeing slight tears in the packaging where the crimping happened. Shapeshifter. Silvergill Peddler. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, draw a card, then discard a card. 2/3. Sun-Dappled Celebrant. I think I just saw that in a foil version. Convoke 5/6. Okay. Great Forest Druid 0/4 also gives you a mana of any color. Flame Chain Mauler. 1 mountain and 1 mana. This creature gets +1/+0 and gain menace until the end of turn. That's a 2/2. Heirloom Auntie. We got our first Auntie. This creature enters with 2 -1/-1 counters on it. Whenever another creature you control dies, surveil 1. Then remove a -1/-1 counter from the Auntie. Goblin Warlock. Alright, cool. Kulrath Zealot. Elemental Warrior. When this creature enters, exile the top card from your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play that card. Basic land cycling 1 plus a mountain. Discard this card. Search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and then shuffle your deck. That's a 6/5 creature. That's a nice creature. Spiral into Solitude. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature can't attack or block, and it also has Blight 1 for 1 planes and 1 extra mana. Sacrifice this aura. Exile enchanted creature. To Blight 1, put a -1/-1 counter on a creature you control. Okay. Encumbered Regere. This creature enters with 3 -1/-1 counters on it. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, while it has a -1/-1 counter on it, remove a -1/-1 counter. Not bad. Explosive Prodigy. Creature, elemental sorcerer with Vivid. When this creature enters, and it deals X damage to target creature and opponent controls, where X is the number of colors among permanents you control. The artwork is insane on that. That's really beautiful. Blossoming Defense. Target creature you control gets +2/+2 and gains hexproof until end of turn. Yes. Oh, we're into the rares, and we've still got... This is 3 cards left, and we're hitting rare. That's a really good sign. Creature Elf Warrior Flash Convoke. Your creatures can help cast this spell. Each creature you tap while casting the spell pays 1 mana or of that creature's color. 1 or 1 mana of the creature's color. When this creature enters, choose a creature type. Other permanents you control of that type gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. That's a 4/2. Nice. Glen Elendra Guardian. Flash, flying. When this creature enters, it has a -1/-1 counter on it. You can remove a counter from this creature. Counter target creature non-creature spell. Its controller draws a card. Okay, cool. Pitiless Fists. Enchantment Aura. Enchant aura you control. When this aura enters, enchanted creature fights up to one of target creature and opponent controls. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2. That's sick. And we got a mountain. Nice. That's awesome. Alright. Decent first pack. Second pack. Okay. This one doesn't exhibit those tears that I was seeing. Alright. So, Shapeshifter Merfolk, token creature. Flamekin Guild Weaver, Elemental Sorcerer. Wow, the art is super nice on that. Trample. When this creature enters, create a treasure token, and it's a 4/3. Dawnhand Uologist. Elf Warrior with Menace. This creature can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. When this creature enters, mill 3 cards. Then if there is an elf card in your graveyard, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. And it's a 3/3. That's a nice card. Stratosorer. Creature, elemental, flying. When this creature enters, target creature gains flying until end of turn. Nice. Basic land cycling. Okay. 3/5. Appeal to Eridu. Convoke. Your creatures can help cast this spell. 1 or 2 target creatures each get +2/+1 until end of turn. That's a nice little instant there. Surly Farrier. My first Kithkin citizen. Okay. Target creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains vigilance until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. Nice. And it's a 2/2. Cinder Strike. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you may blight 1. Cinder Strike deals 2 damage to target creature. It deals 4 damage to that creature instead of this if this spell's additional cost was paid. Okay. Feisty Spikeling. Shapeshifter. During your turn, this creature has first strike. 2/1. Rooftop Percher. I like that. That's cute. Changeling. This card is every creature type. Flying. When this creature enters, exile up to 2 cards from your graveyard. You gain 3 life. Bark of Doran. Artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +1 or +0/+1. As long as it is equipped, creature's toughness is greater than its power. It assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. 1 to equip. Dundulin Weaver. Kithkin Druid, our second Kithkin. When this creature enters, if you control 3 or more creatures, return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. 2/1, not bad. Noggle Robber. When this creature enters or dies, create a treasure token. 3/3. Whoa. High Perfect Morcant. Legendary creature, Elf Noble. Whenever High Perfect Morcant or another elf you control enters, each opponent blights 1. Tap 3 untapped elves you control. Proliferate. Activate only as a sorcery, which means choose any number of permanents and or players, then give each another counter of each kind already there. Okay, interesting. Gristle Glutton. Goblin Scout. Blight 1. Draw a card. If you do, draw a card. Or discard a card. If you do, draw a card. 1/3. Not bad. And a Forest. Alright. Nice. Let's do this. Worm token creature to Merfolk. Barbed Bloodletter. Flash. When this equipment enters, attach it to target creature you control. That creature gains Wither until end of turn. It deals damage to creatures in the form of -1/-1 counters. Equipped creature gets +1/+2. Very nice. Stratosorer. 3/5. Reluctant Downguard. or Dune Guard. Yeah, it's a Dune. This creature enters with 2 -1 counters on it. It's a 4/4. Okay. Tend the Sprigs. Search your library for a basic land, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Then if you control 7 or more lands or tree folk, create a 3/4 green tree folk creature token with reach. Nice. Gristle Glutton again. Chitinous Graspling, Changeling, Reach, 3/4. Mist Meadow Council, ooh. Kithkin Advisor. This spell costs 1 less to cast if you control a Kithkin. When this creature enters, draw a card, and it's a 4/3. Nice. Springleaf Drum. Tap an untapped creature you control, add 1 mana of any color. Creekwood Safe Right. This creature enters with 3 -1/-1 counters on it at the beginning of your end step. If there is an elf card in your graveyard and this creature has a -1/-1 counter on it, remove a -1/-1 counter on it. That's a 5/5. Very nice. Rhyme Chill. Instant Vivid. Draw a card. Okay. Boldwire Aggressor. Giant Warrior. Double strike. Other giants you control have double strike. 2/5. Bloom Tender is a rare. Vivid for each color among permanents you control. Add 1 mana of that any color or that color. 1/1. Okay. Scarblade's Malice. Target creature you control gains Death Touch and Lifelink until end of turn. When that creature dies, this turn create a 2/2 black and green elf creature token. Alright, cool. And a swamp. Nice. Alright. Elf. 2/2 token creature. 2 Kithkin. 1/1. River Guard Reflexes. Target creature gets +2/+2 and gains first strike until end of turn. Untap it. Yes, that's nice. Surly Farrier. Kithkin Citizen. 2/2. Cinder Strike. Barbed Bloodletter. Equipped creature gets +1/+2, and it has flash. Stratosaur. Spiral into Solitude. Enchantment Aura. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature can't block or attack. And it's got a blight as well. Stalactite Dagger. When this equipment enters, create a 1/1 colorless shapeshifter creature token with Changeling. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and is all creature types. Equip is 2. Nice. Dose of Dawn Glow. Return target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. Then if it isn't your main phase, blight 2. Okay. Oh! 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 We got another bear! It's an elemental bear. Holy shit. Prisma Basher. This guy is badass. Trample Vivid. Creature enters up to X. Target creatures you control get +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of colors among permanents you control. It's a 6/6. Really like that. Gathering Stone. As this artifact enters, choose a creature type. Spells you cast of this type cost 1 less to cast. When this artifact enters, at the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. If it is a card of the chosen type, you may reveal it and put it into your hand. If you don't put the card into your hand, you may put it into your graveyard. Okay. Oh, we got Sourbread Auntie, our second Auntie, Goblin Warrior. When this creature enters, you may blight 2. If you do, create 2 1/1 black and red goblin creature tokens. Alright, and it's a 4/3. Nice. Champions of the Perfect. Creature Elf Warrior. Behold an elf and exile it to cast this spell. 6/6. Whenever you cast a creature spell, draw a card. When this creature leaves the battlefield, return the exiled card to its owner's hand. Nice. Riverguard Reflexes in foil. Very nice. And a forest. Alright. And again, we're seeing the same issues with the slight tears from the crimping. So this is totally normal. And just to let you guys know, we do sell packs. If you guys ever find this from packs that we sell, then you will know that it is absolutely normal from the manufacturer. Okay. Goblin, 1/1 creature token, flip to Tree Folk, 3/4 with reach. Very nice, and I love that artwork. That is beautiful. Oh my goodness. Gold Meadow Nomad, Kithkin Scout, 1/2. Assert Perfection. Sorcery. Target creature you control gets +1/+0 until end of turn. It deals damage equal to its power to up to one target creature an opponent controls. Not bad. Burning Curiosity. Exile the top 2 cards of your library spells. Exile the top 3 cards instead until the end of your next turn. Play those cards. Nice. Vile Boggart. Goblin Assassin. When this creature dies, put a -1/-1 counter on up to one target creature. 1/1. Not bad. Runaway Together. Choose 2 target creatures controlled by different players. Return those creatures to their owner's hands. Nice. Liminal Hold. And when this enchantment enters, exile up to one target non-land permanent and an opponent controls until this enchantment leaves the battlefield. You gain 2 life. So this is a nice card here because you can target a non-land permanent an opponent controls until this enchantment leaves the battlefield. Yeah, it's exiled. So you gain 2 life too. Not bad. Moonglove Extractor, Elf Warlock. Okay, nice. When this creature attacks, you draw a card and lose a life. It's a 2/1. So, Muro Sky Swimmer, Merfolk Soldier. Convoke. When this creature enters, create a 1/1 blue Merfolk creature token. Cool. Squawk Roaster. Double strike. Vivid. Squawk Roaster's power is equal to the number of colors among permanents you control, and it is a *4. Perfect Intimidation. Choose one or both. Target opponent exiles 2 cards from their hand. Remove all counters from target creature. Thoughtweft Charge. Target creature gets +3/+3 until end of turn. If a creature entered this battlefield under your control this turn, draw a card. Ashling Rekindled. Elemental Sorcerer. Whenever this creature enters or transforms into Ashling Rekindled, you may discard a card. If you do draw a card at the beginning of your first main phase, you may pay a island or blue mana. If you do, transform Ashling. Oh. Nice. Whenever this creature transforms into Ashling Rhymebound, and at the beginning of your first main phase, add 2 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast spells with mana value 4 or greater. At the beginning of your first main phase, you may pay a mountain if you do transform Ashling. Ah. Nice. That's cool. Temporal Cleansing. Convoke. The owner of target non-land permanent puts it into their library, second from the top or on the bottom, and an island. Alright. One more pack, guys. One more pack. One more pack. Let's see what we get. So exciting. Okay. Treasure, Elf. Nice, that art is awesome. Sacrifice this token, add a mana of any color for treasure. Flame, Chain, Mauler. 2/2, 1 in a mountain. This creature gets +1/+0 and gains menace until end of turn. Another heirloom, Auntie. Fairy, Rogue, Flying Flash. When the creature enters, choose one. Tap target creature, untap target creature. It's a 2/2. Gold Meadow Nomad, Kithkin Scout again. Vile Bugger. Colwrath Zealot. Spiral into Solitude. Eclipsed Bogart! Dude, we got full art. Full art. Goblin Scout. When this creature enters, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a Goblin, Swamp, or Mountain card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. And it's a 2/3. That's sweet. Is that a 2-side? No, okay. That's nice. Sizzling Changeling. Shapeshifter. When this creature dies, exile the top cards of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play that card. 3/2. Alright. Shimmer Wild's Growth. Enchantment Aura. Enchant Land. This aura enters, choose a color. Enchanted Land is the chosen color. Whenever Enchanted Land is tapped for mana, its controller adds an additional 1 mana of the chosen color. Okay, cool. Dawn Blessed Pennant. Artifact. As this artifact enters, choose Elemental Elf, Fairy, Giant, Goblin, Kithkin, Merfolk, or Treefolk. Whenever a permanent you control of the chosen type enters, you gain a life. 2, and tap it. Sacrifice this artifact. Return target card of chosen type from your graveyard to your hand. Nice. Rhys the Evermore, Elf Warrior. When Rhys enters, another target creature you control gains Persist until end of turn. Okay, remove any number of counters from target creature you control. Activate only as a sorcery. That's a 2/2. Is it flip? No. Okay. Blossom Bind. Enchantment Aura. Enchantment creature. When this aura taps... when this aura enters, tap Enchanted Creature. Enchanted Creature cannot become untapped and can't have counters put on it. That's nice. That's really pretty, too. And a Plains. Alright. So that was the Lorwyn Eclipsed booster box. Thank you guys all for watching. This is MTG Watchdog. If you enjoyed, share it with your friends, share it with your family, and give us a like and subscribe if you want to see more in the future. Thanks a bunch, and peace, y'all.